Good morning. Hey, everybody. Let's have a little bit of music today.
Yeah. Welcome to the homestead where the sky meets the trees. In northeastern NC where the living's slow and free. Ann and her husband, retired but not done. With love for the Lord and a garden in the sun. We prep for the storms no matter what may come. With canning and cooking and chickens on the run. Welcome to Annandale Homestead, come on in, stay a while. Where faith, love, and family always make you smile. Choose your attitude. Every Tuesday at 11 on ChooseDay, we pick the road that leads us straight to heaven. Y'all take care, we love ya. Don't forget to come soon. At Annandale Homestead, there's always room for you.
Always room for you. Always room for you. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm in the mosh pit. Jamming. Jersey, you're crazy. I love you to death. Hey, Nanny Tam and Kim Mill. Different classes again? I did. There's a story behind that, Kim. My sister, who Miriam, that I adore, my middle sister, text me. She didn't text me, Ann, I love you. She didn't text me, Ann, you're doing a great job. She texted me and said, Ann, in every single one of your videos, your glasses are crooked. Fix them. So I had to get a different pair of glasses. And I ordered a new pair, but I'm blind with them bad boys. I can't use them. I'm gonna have to send them back. So good morning, everybody. Hey, what about Bob? How you doing, Robin Hood Homestead? De Moose. Good morning, my darling. Our treasured home, Nancy. I received the video that you sent to me on Instagram. You probably sent it to all of your friends, and I'm not sure that you sent it to me personally, but it was absolutely beautiful. I listened to it 3 times this morning, and it was about trusting the Lord and understanding that where we go, when we keep our eyes on Him and have God's favor, that it's so miraculous, more than we would ever know. So I really appreciate that. That was so sweet and so kind. Hey, being us Odyssey and Virginia Alexander, we're still praying for you, my sweet girl. And Cynthia Delot, all the way from the Netherlands. We're happy to have you. Hey, Jane Doe. And oh, she did send it to a few people on Instagram. It was just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Did my heart really good. Lynn. Hey, Lynn from the official Ann Lynn show. I'm so glad you're in here. Treasure Hunter Neil. Let's see. I'm going to just say the names real quick because we're going to be running out of time if I say hello to most people, everybody. Demoose, Robin Hood Homestead, Treasure Home, Virginia Alexander, Lori Anderson, Auntie Jan. Hey, Sugar Plum. Kayla Duckett. I'm glad you like the song. Nanny Tam. And don't you know, that's a good one. Musgrave Family Farm. How do? Nan Snyder, Prayer Mountain Homestead with Rita. And then we have my buddy Kim Mill and Jersey Dolphins. Always such a hoot to talk to you. Hey, Scotty, Lone Cross Scotty. How you doing, sweetheart? And then Lisa from Jesse's Girl at Lazy Days Ahead was the first one in this morning on YouTube. First one in this morning on StreamYard was Butler Family Farm. Hey, Butler Family Farm BFF. That's Jerry and Susan. We're glad you're here. I hope I haven't missed most people. Lewis Acre Farm. Hey, Karma. And I'm scrolling up. Karen Breast, we're so glad you're here. So thank you, not for nothing, Homestead. I do, my darling. I'm glad you're here. Ann Francisco is here too. Hey, Ann. She helped me on my farmer's market booth one day, one of the Saturdays. She was out and it was great. And I love her. And be sure and tell your office mates that I said hello. So today, we had a busy day. I'm going to start off by telling you something that I made, that we cooked and canned and made. And then we're going to get into our story because on Tuesdays, for ChooseDay, we get to choose our attitude of the day. And I got some things that I want to share with you that I think is gonna be sweet. It was special to me. Maybe it'll be special to somebody else. So, yeah, we've cooked some bone broth. Yeah, I had some bones that were given to me by Monica from Bland's Promised Land Ranch last summer. I had them in the freezer. There were bones and oxtails, and we even had a turkey neck that I threw in there with some carrots and onions and celery and all of those things. I cooked that stuff for 3 days. It smells a little different because Monica's beef is grass fed beef, but we cooked it, we strained it, and we canned it up. And this stuff is so healthy for you. You love, love, love bone broth. Isn't that cool? Turkey neck. Was Scott there? Nope, he wasn't there this time. Hey, Jane Doe. Rebecca Touched by Yarn. Good morning, darling. But I'm tickled to be able to have bone broth. And we already had quite a bit, but to make a fresh batch is always more fun. So let's get started with our message today because we got lots of things going on. I want to tell you about all the excitement that has happened this week. And we have a giveaway at the end. There's a giveaway where you get to choose not only your attitude, but you get to choose your prize. I think that's going to be fun. Y'all hit that like button for me, please, if you would. Hey, Susan Henry Odell. I'm glad you're here. You're Lori. You're in Monticello, Minnesota. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. And it does my heart good to see that Facebook is in here as well. StreamYard has not been playing really nice with Facebook these days. So you're either supposed to go one or the other. And what does my shirt say? My shirt says Adele Homestead. Look at there. The land of plenty. Jeremiah 29:11. I do see that you're saying hi to me, but I'm trying to crochet a baby blanket right now and love you all. She does say what she's saying. And I feel the same way, Rebecca. When people come in the chat and they're saying, "Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Ann. Hey, Jesse," all these kinds of things. It's hard to tag back to everybody, especially when your hands are full. And my hands are full a ton. So I do see you and I do hear you. But sometimes I just say, "Hello, everyone. Love you all." That kind of thing. Hey, Alma, another Facebook friend from Cleveland, Texas. I'm so glad you're here. So, um, I was trying to figure out what I needed to share today. And I was thinking about it and praying about it and talking to the Lord and wondering what exactly has gone on this week that I could share with you. And leap of faith kept coming because I'm taking a leap of faith and I will explain it in just a second. But I had a few things that I wanted to read to you and let you know what was going on. Um, so it is faith is a choice. It's not a feeling. It means choosing to trust God even when life doesn't seem to make any sense because God has a perfect plan for us. He never seems to do it all at once, just step by step, because he wants to teach us to walk by faith, not by sight. Because faith is a place of mystery where we find the courage to believe in what we cannot see and the strength to let go of our fear of uncertainty. So that's my message today is a leap of faith to understand that, you know what? We might not see the end. We don't know. I don't know. There's some things coming up that I'm about to tell you about that I have no clue how this is going to work out, but it was a door, an opportunity that was open to me, and I'm going to try to step through it and see how it goes. And if it doesn't work, then I'll just back up and punt. Yeah. Amen. You try to do things on faith. even when you don't see how the end is going, because that's important to me. And I've got a little picture that I wanted to show you. I'm going to add it to the stage. Let's see if I can do this because Jesse was teaching me in the basement, right? I got my security blanket down in the basement down there, and there's my table. All right. That's my table at the farmer's market because I'm all about the farmer's market these days. it, it is a 7 day a week prepare and organize kind of job. You might not think so. Hey, crazy granny, I'm glad you're here, honey. And Creations by Diana. Because once you sell something, then you have to replace it. So you have to redo all of the items and all of those types of things. But if you see, can you see my mouse? I don't know. Anyway, in the right hand corner and the left hand side, you'll see some little trays that are on towels. I need y'all's help. These items are made of butters and creams and coconut oil and all those types of items that will melt if they get hot. I don't need them to be cold, but I need them to not be hot. So I got some trays. I wish I had remembered to pull them up here, but I have some trays, some acrylic. They look like crystal trays that you can get from Roses, those kinds of things. I'll take that down. And I don't know how to do it. There we go. There we go. So I have some trays that I got from Roses, just little $1.25 trays. And I put one tray on top of the other. And inside the bottom tray, I bought some freeze pops. And I froze freeze pops to put underneath. The thing is, my items that I have can't get wet because moisture is death to these items. It will make it go rancid. So I put a towel over the top tray to hide those freeze pops and to be able to keep the items cool. It worked pretty good. Good morning, Barb Brownlee. I'm glad you're here. Step out on faith. That's right. So I am. I'm stepping out on faith. Hey, Canadian Family Life. Hey, Tiffany. And um, trying to understand that these items that I make, I I made them because I use them. I made them for me and for my family. And so I was hoping to be able to help other people, just to help them. And it so far it's doing really good. Now, I told y'all in the beginning that I didn't think the people that ran the farmers market so much loved me yet. Yeah, I can eat the freeze pop. I don't eat them yet because I got to keep my items cold. But I do. Yeah, Nanny Tam, maybe you could keep the items in a cooler and just mock items for display. And that's true. I could do that. But out of sight, out of mind, when people just see a little bit, um, they think, I don't think I want to go over there. Ask Jason and Brooke at Cog Hill about the cool packs they use for their eggs on their farm stand. They keep the eggs cool all day, but don't ruin the egg cartons. Thank you, Karma. I have their information. I have their phone number. I could maybe text Brooke and ask her what they do. But I bought some dry ice packs. These are little individual dry ice packs. Now, I thought when you soak them, you have to soak them in water and then freeze them overnight. And they do last a really long time. And they made, because I have bag coolers. Gosh, I got a lot of stuff that I don't have right here beside me to be able to show you. But I had some bagged coolers that I put the dry ice in and the freeze pops in on that. Hey, Miss T with the T. Hey, doll baby. And then um, to be able to put the freeze pops on top of the dry ice because honestly, the dry ice they were like softballs that ended up. And I'm hoping that that will work. I'm hoping that the dry ice, it kept the cooler really cold. We tried it, and that was Saturday. I froze them Friday night, and they just defrosted. Today is Tuesday. They just defrosted yesterday, and they're reusable, which is great. So I think that's kind of sort of the best idea that I can do it. Oh, Jesse put the link up. Look at that. I love it. Well, guess what, y'all? They let's see, just sit up and store that air conditioning. I wish. Jersey, I'm in a tent outside in the 4,000-degree weather. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Andale, where's Mr. Andale? He's in the kitchen. He's in the back talking to our daughter on the phone. She called me about 30 seconds before I went live, and I said, "Honey, I'm going live. Are you okay? Because if you're not okay, family first." But let's see. But she called her daddy. Maybe use a silicone baking mat instead of a towel on top of the freeze pops. The towel may get wet and the freeze pops as the freeze pops thaw. And the towels did get wet, don't you know? They did. And I thought it was really cool, right? I bought one of those little miniature refrigerators. And I thought, well, I don't have to keep it cold. I just have to keep it not hot. But that thing is just a six pack. Hey, Des. That thing is just a six-pack ice little refrigerator, and it doesn't hold everything. It doesn't hold everything. So I did run that. Plus, you have to have electricity. I do have a battery pack that I take with me, and I'm able to plug that up as well as a fan and my phone charger because that's what I use to be able to have people with charge cards be able to do that. But it's been a trial to try to figure out how to keep my items cool, and we're working on that. We're working on that to try to keep it cool. I was just hoping maybe y'all might have an idea. So, with the farmers market, they love me now, which is wonderful. Um, you got to kind of prove yourself that you're a team player, that you're someone that appreciates the opportunity to be there because it's just $15 to be able to have your booth there. And so they're not making a ton of money. And um, what I try to do is go live each time on Facebook and sometimes YouTube and show all the vendors, show everything, introduce people. If somebody needs some help setting up, if they've run a little bit behind, I try to help them bring their stuff from the car and help them set up. Or if I'm all packed up and packed in the car, uh, Kayla, it took me a minute. It did. It took me a minute and to show that I will follow the rules, that I will do as they say, and I will be a team player to help people. Miss Ann, put cool ice packs at the bottom of a cooler, then cover with a silicone mat, then layer your items on top in sealed freezer bags. Barb, that sounds amazing. See, I knew you girls and guys would have some wonderful ideas. All I had to do was come to you and say, "What in the world can I do when it is 89?" It was 89, felt like 99 out in the heat. And all my things would turn to just pure liquid. Honestly, they would turn to pure liquid. And no, I'm newest farmer's market debutante. I ain't no debutante, honey. They wouldn't have me. They wouldn't have me. They went, "Mm-mm, nope, that Dale woman, she can't be coming in on the debutante." Uh, I was a biscuit back then, but I can't. No biscuits, no biscuits allowed. Excuse me. So I got a text from the girl that runs it. She's been very kind to me lately, and her name is Jane. Mary. Her name is Mary. I better get that right if she's still going to like me. Her name is Mary. I keep calling her Jane because she looks like a Jane to me. And and your son and daughter-in-law live in North Carolina. You told them about the farmer's market in Edenton, Virginia. I hope if they ever come, that they will come and talk to me and share with me that they are your son and daughter because, man, would that touch me to be able to hug their necks. And, too bad they don't make a tiny swamp cooler that could blow in them. Jessie suggested that, Nanny Tam, a swamp cooler. So I got a little text and she said, "We just love having you at the farmer's market. You're so awesome," and blah, 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 blah. And I was eating it with a spoon. I can tell you, I was sucking it up with a straw, all those compliments. It was wonderful. But she invited me to another festival that they're having the same day at a later time. Now, when this farmer's market, this is what I'm talking about, a leap of faith. When the farmer's market is over at 1 o'clock, it's from 9 to 1. I am usually cooked. I mean, I am exhausted from entertaining and explaining and talking and the heat and trying to have all the inventory in, trying to have all the information to be able to share with people. But there's a festival in downtown Edenton on this Saturday. It will be today's the 10th, so 11th, 12th, 13th, June 14th. It will be, um, it's called Sounds on the Waterfront. And they have all these bands that come in on the waterfront. Now, our farmers market might have 2 or 300 people that come through. Hey, Carlette Paris, how you doing, sweetie? And but the Sounds on the Waterfront has like a couple of thousand people that come through. And they have a deal where if you come to the farmer's market first, you have to participate in the farmer's market. You have a free designated spot at the festival because they have people that sell wares, sell all their things, and they have food trucks, all kinds of stuff like that, along with music going from 4 to 9 o'clock at night. I ain't staying Saturday till 9 o'clock at night because I'll be, like dead. But it was really a huge compliment. Excuse me. A big compliment to be invited to join that. And it's normally it's between $50 and $75 for a booth spot, but because I go to the farmers market first, we get first dibs and free vendor fees. So y'all, I have been working and working the last several days to try to make sure that I have enough product for 2 festivals, right? The festival at the sound front, at the waterfront, has like a couple of thousand or more people that come through there. So I'm taking that leap of faith, man. I said, okay, Lord, I'm going to pull up my big girl britches and jump off that cliff and see what I can do to be able to share goodness, to share healing things with more people. Won't that be fun? If I can stand it. I I'm I'm I am totally putting that one on the Lord. I am totally saying, "Look, you gotta give me the energy, and you have to give me the peace and the blessings and the kindness, your kindness, Lord, to be able to continue," because towards the end of the day, I might be a little grumpy. I have been a little grumpy in my lifetime, I can promise you that. But I thought it was the coolest thing, y'all. So I've been invited, and you have to be invited to go to a festival in downtown Edenton from 4 to 9. Now, I'm probably going to leave by the time it gets dark, 6 or 7, something like that. Plus, yeah, bring extra cold packs. Well, what I thought I would do, Kim, because I've been busily making products. I mean, for the last several days, just filling up jars, everything that I have, working on town. I still have to make some more magnesium cream and some more sunscreen. Sunscreen is a trial because it takes like at least 2 days to make the sunscreen. And magnesium cream is not a problem. I can have that filled in a day. But I have to make enough for 2 shows in the same day. So what I know, I don't wanna be hangry. Yeah, I won't be hangry. They have food trucks there, so what that means, Ginger, to me, in my, um, poor little brain that's just taking in a little bit of information, is where we set up the vendor booths is right next the food trucks are in the same area, which means every single person that comes to buy a street taco or some kind of food that you can smell all over the park is going to come and see the vendor booths. Won't that be fun? I'm just tickled. I'm tickled that I was invited. I'm tickled that I feel much more comfortable at the farmer's market. I'm learning people's names that are there on a regular basis. Yeah, it's a great spot to have, right, Ginger? Next to the and she said I would have a designated spot in the parking lot that would be just for me. And because she's kind of the boss, then her people will get some good placement, I believe. Being faithful, taking that leap to know that that's gonna happen. You think so, Scotty? I'm so nervous about it. I hope so. But what I thought I would do is it's a lot to pack up for one show, but I thought I would pack 2 shows separately. One for the one show, one for the second show because my farmer's market ends at 1 and then I can go set up there at 3 and it starts at 4. And so it would give me a second. Now, Tatiana, we don't do that here, honey. So thank you for coming in. But look, y'all, if anybody on Facebook sends you a friend request, especially in chat, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, no, and I can't get on Facebook to tell you not to do that. But Tatiana, it's not what we do here. Thank you. And yeah, Jackie Sawyer. I caught you 2 weeks in a row, just got here. Thank you, Jackie, for being here. We're talking about a leap of faith, and I'm taking a big leap of faith. Hey, Shannon. Oh, I wish you could be here with me, honey. Shannon was with me in Savannah. I've learned some things since then. I've learned to mark the boxes of the things that I take out so that when I grab a box, I know exactly what goes back in there. And that only makes sense, but I thought I would remember. It's a little bit like, I love you, Shannon. Thank you. You're a good friend of mine. And so, it's kinda like planting seeds in your garden and thinking, "I'm gonna remember what that was." Mm-mm. You don't remember, especially when you're hot and tired and you're ready to get things in a box. You don't remember what came out of that box unless it's labeled. And so I thought for my items that I don't have to keep cool, I can take most of those with me. But the ones that I do have to keep cool could just stay over in a cooler and or even at home because I only live 10 minutes away. So, um, I could run back home and wash my face and put my makeup back on and change my shirt and my underclothes because they're usually wet from sweat, and then head back out there. I mean, I think that would be good. And then, and the leftovers from the shirt. Yes, yes, Ginger, absolutely. You always hope you don't have any leftovers, but I absolutely am planning on doing that. So then when I go to the second show to set up, I will I'll have an overabundance, which will be nice. So I've been making and change it. This is something else that Jesse and I have talked about a lot. on my items instead of what would you think if you were coming to a booth and you had something that said cayenne oil, because I do have a product that's cayenne oil or calendula oil, and people ask you a lot. People say, "What's that for? What does that do? How can that help you?" And then I go through my spiel and they look at me with these blank eyes and say, "Do you have that written down anywhere?" So I'm thinking of changing the labels. Like instead of calendula oil, I can say anti inflammatory help, help with anti inflammatory or something like that. Similar to Bengay or similar to Neosporin with no chemicals. Or on the cayenne oil, I can help, I can say pain reducer because that's what cayenne oil does. It reduces your pain. I just think that would make it easier for people. It's a pain in the neck to change all the labels. Let me just share with that, okay? Because you got to scrape them all off. Type up info cards. You know, Kim, I have the give instructions on the bottle. I do, a Lynn Farm Okie. I do give instructions on the bottle. And I have these little price because your prices have to be displayed clearly. That was one of the rules of the farmer's market. Um, oh, what about a barcode? They could scan the products. Well, you know what, Shannon? That barcode could go straight to my website, which is what I would like to promote, and then they could read about each item on my website because I've got a description of everything. You're so smart. You're so smart. Let's see. You could also have printed info on the back of your cards for that, for those items like that. Yeah, I absolutely could. I'm trying to go the least expensive possible, but and I thought about making like little information cards to go with each item. You're absolutely on a good track there, Jackie. Absolutely. And I switched to 60,000 instead of 40,000. I love cayenne for pain and food taste. Yes, Lori. Peace. Yes, because cayenne is good. Right. So paperless. Yeah, I could go paperless with the barcodes. And the young people tell me that barcodes is the way to go, Miss Ann. Don't be an old person. Do those. It's not barcodes, it's QR codes. Do the QR codes. And so that's what all the young people use now, QR codes. And that's the truth. Let's see. Be careful with the claims. QR codes is a good idea. You're right, being us Odyssey. You do have to say allegedly. Um, yeah, cayenne does. It helps with pain a lot, Jackie. It really does. I take cayenne shots every morning. Shots meaning drinking cayenne every morning. And the cayenne oil that I have also helps with joint pain, helps my knees, helps my hands, all those things. Yeah, you showing your age too. That's all good. All right, y'all have given me some fabulous ideas. I'm going to have to go back and look over this chat and write things down and see what I can do. I knew I could come to you. We're all a community, right? Let's see. And lovely ideas, but remember, don't overdo and rest. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I do either shots or pills. Perfect. Perfect. So, do you rub the oil on whatever ails you? Yes, you do. Yes, Jackie. You do, you rub it on wherever hurts, and it gives you almost immediate relief. Now, it doesn't last a terribly long time. You have to do it, especially if you're in an acute phase. You have to use it several times a day, like maybe 2 or 3, but it gives you that break. If you're a person in pain, like I am often with my arthritis, it helps take that razor knife's edge off just long enough to be able to go, "Oh, I can make it. This is not miserable." And Rita Mountain Homestead says, I see people put laminated sheets posted by each product listing all the benefits. Absolutely, Rita. I should do that. And I do have Jesse has made me a little brochure, but I have it in laminated. Again, it's across the room, but I have it in laminated sheets that people can pick up and read about. But what I'm thinking is, y'all tell me, I've got these little, they're like where you put the price tag on and you have a description. It's a little chalkboard kind of container. Yeah, you need that. I know. A Leary D. And yeah, you make sure you use rubber gloves or wash your hands. You do have to wash your hands. So I have these little price tag things that will be there. I could put on each of those what it does. That might work. I don't know. Y'all keep thinking about it, telling me what we're doing. Let's see. I don't even do QR codes. I'd rather have instructions on the bottle. Lynn, you and me both, honey. You and me both. And why do people never pick up the phone anymore? You can't talk to anybody. You got to do it all online. Ugh. Let's see. I have a large printed QR code where they can scan to your website with explanation and use of your products on the corner of your display table. I do have that as well. I also have in a picture frame. And again, Jesse has helped me. He put QR codes of my website, of PayPal, and all my social media with LinkedIn. And there are some young people that have used the QR codes, but the ones that are my age or older, they're like, just tell me how to do it. Just tell me how to do it. So I think that's great. You still write checks, Des? I don't write very many checks. Very, very few. And, but I totally get it. I understand. And Jackie says she doesn't do QR codes either. I understand. Uh, type up a pamphlet with all your items and descriptions and how to use it. Perfect. And Peaceful says she's old fashioned on the bottle, large print. These little labels that I have on the bottle, I have to use, I mean, they're tiny and labels cost a lot of money. And so you have to get as much information in a label as you possibly can. My checks are made of rubber. They bounce really, really well. I got you. I got you. Hey, Wanda Henry. Well, Jesse, we have been on here for a long time, almost 40 minutes. Thank you all for your help and your ideas on how to keep my things cool and how to tell people what all these items are for. It is skincare, body care, and some of it's just for fun. I do use Ginger's recipe for the sugar scrub, but I made a brown sugar vanilla sugar scrub using her suggestions. So I prefer the fee to waiting 3 to 5 weeks for a garbage company to cash it. I so understand. Let's see. Thank you, Ginger. Thank you. Wait, Miss Ann, don't forget to remind these great people about Round the Hay Bale. Jersey, how could I do anything without you, honey? We are going to be live tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, with Round the Hay Bale. And will be Casey from Ormsby Farms Halfway Homestead and Monica from Bland's Promised Land Ranch and I, and Round the Hay Bale channel. It'll be on all 4 channels. We have such a good time together, and I think you'll enjoy it tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. So come and check out Round the Hay Bale. Oh, thank you, Jersey. It's funny because Casey has been walking around town and he lives close to Atlanta in Georgia, and he's getting recognized from Round the Hay Bale. Hey y'all, hey. You're ready for bed at 8 o'clock? Me too, honey. I'm sitting in the bed in my jammies with my phone watching everything. Well, one reason why I said I can't thank you, Ginger, putting up Round the Hay Bale. Hey y'all, hey. At and being able to be with us tonight. But one of the reasons why I can't stay much past 6 o'clock, because at 6 o'clock my time, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa come on Saturday night. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Casey reminds me of that cable talk show, Andy Cohen. They sound a sound and act a lot alike. Oh my gosh. The Hood's dead. Hey, sugar. Just want to pop in and say, hey, I'm so glad you did. Thank you. Thank you. I bet you've got some really good ideas of how to keep products cool on a display. She's been so good down in Savannah for running booths for Bobby and Sherry. It's been amazing and wonderful. I'm at the age where now I use my phone to enlarge small print. Guess what my son bought us for Christmas? A magnifying glass with flashlight on it. That was one of our Christmas gifts. And guess what? That's the one we've used the very most of everything is that magnifying glass with a flashlight on it. We're the practical family over here. So, Jesse, before all these sweet people head out the door, let's get ready. Let me bring Jesse up from Lazy Days Ahead. And don't forget, this Saturday is his time. Oh, well, you can come up too. Oh, hey.
What were you saying?
Isn't that the funniest thing that he bought his mom and dad a magnifying glass and you push
No,
it
I don't think that's funny at all because I use one too.
all the
And
time?
in fact, I got the magnifier on my phone, so when you're in the grocery store or whatever, and it says you look at the ingredient and it's smaller than ants, so you have to use your magnifier.
I don't have it on my phone yet. Hey, Barbara.
And going back to one of your other comments about the cayenne shots,
Yeah.
I just sprinkle it on everything. I sprinkle the cayenne on my tacos, my eggs, my breakfast, anything. I'll even sprinkle it on bacon.
Uh-oh. That's
I'm
good.
serious. So I'm getting shots of it all day long. And you get used to it. It's so hot. No, it's not really hot. It's got a little seasoning to it, but it's not really hot.
It
You want
is
hot?
not. It's
I like
not.
3 habaneros. That's hot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't do the habaneros. And I do, I like jalapeno poppers, but they've already been, the seeds are out and the veins are out. And so it's not, every now and again, you get one that is big. Nope. It's so good
Right.
on bacon. Kayla, I never had it on bacon. Crazy Granny by Creations by Diana says, bacon, bacon, bacon. So we're getting ready to have a giveaway, y'all. And Jesse and Lisa have been so gracious to make us a wheel that we get to choose from 2 different prizes.
And I thought maybe today we would go with ideas as
Yes.
the hashtag.
Haven't they had some wonderful ideas today?
Didn't they? There's been a couple in there that. So thank you, folks, for making my point on a few of those ideas.
Yeah.
I tried to explain to this lady those ideas, but she just wouldn't listen. She's like my wife sometimes. In one ear, out the other. Just saying, folks.
Whatever. Yes, put
Yeah.
in hashtag ideas because your ideas have been very helpful. And yes, Jesse did suggest a swamp cooler. He really did.
Well, a few other things too, Miss Ann. I'm just saying.
And a bunch of other stuff. Yes, a bunch of other stuff. But they did they got you back. They're supporting your ideas too. So let's see. Hashtag, yeah, whatever. Hashtag ideas.
Like whatever. Yeah.
And let's see what we're going to choose from today to be able
All
to.
right. Let's check out the wheel, see what they got on them today.
See, it's always a surprise to me.
Maybe there'll be a swamp cooler on there, Miss Ann.
If so, if somebody wins a swamp cooler, I'm going to expect you to send it to me.
That's showing up on our feed in a little while.
Yeah, now I'll get swamp coolers on my phone all day long today.
Peat garden plant ties. 21.32.
No, number 21 is the number of the wheel item. 32. That's actually 2,132.8 feet of
No, 32.8 feet of garden tape. That stuff is great. We
So
get
these,
that every year.
it's like Velcro for plants. Look at that.
Oh, we don't get the Velcro kind. That would be easier than tying it.
Yeah,
Wonder
it's
if
kind of
it's
like
kind of
Velcro.
stretchy. Okay, cool. That's a cool
Yeah,
item.
yeah.
That's a cool item.
And it's waterproof. Not that it needs to be. Yeah,
Well,
see,
yeah,
it's
it
hook and
does need
loop.
to be.
It's hook and loop.
Okay, so type
And
in
or
hashtag
and
ideas. Yes.
and or your garden shears.
Aren't they a pretty color?
Hashtag ideas, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aren't
so
they a
these are
pretty color?
so they're good size.
Yeah.
7.1 inches by 4 inches wide.
Yeah. It is a long garden tape there, Granny. Those are nice, and they have the big handles because now that my fingers, Arthur has decided to visit my hands, the big handles are so much easier to use rather than the little teeny ones that you have to get your fingers in. Oh, oh,
Right.
she says, oh, that's way better than the bread ties I use. It is. So put in hashtag ideas, and then we'll see who all will be able to. You get to pick between the garden tape and the new shears. And as a gardener, all of us need both of those. I haven't used the kind with Velcro yet because I wonder if it's stretchy. Hey, Ann, feel back. I'm glad you're here. That plant
Um,
Velcro really works well, don't you know, says. Okay. Now, Susan Henry, you got a little space in between hashtag and ideas. Make sure you join them together so
yeah.
that you're put in on the wheel.
Look, see, I'm using a magnifier for you, Miss Ann. See the magnifier?
Okay, there you go.
But I don't think it's stretchy. I think it's otherwise it probably wouldn't work if it's stretched on you.
Okay, so you'd
Because it
have
would come
to
disconnected. It would
make
come
it a
disconnected.
little bit bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Helena. Let's do that one again. You've used Velcro tape for your roses. Thank you, Peaceful Des. Super cool. All right, we're gonna give it just a minute more. It's 11:47. Y'all been so sweet and kind. And isn't it exciting that I was invited to go to another festival?
You're
What
gonna have one. You're gonna need to wear that neck fan, Miss Ann. That's all I can say.
a yes.
Because it's gonna be
And
hot this weekend.
only thing worth said about it was, man, you're gonna sleep for 3 days after that Saturday.
Right?
So I don't know. No promises on participating in anybody's live after Jesse and Lisa on
So are
Saturday.
you telling him that he may have to fend for himself for three
Yes,
days?
yes. He's pretty good at that, actually. He's
Yeah, well, I know he can cook. So,
yep, yep.
hey, Sandy Gibson, how you doing?
Hi, Sandy. Oh, we're gonna meet each other on the cruise. I'll get to hug her neck. I'm just tickled to pieces about that.
Yeah, we
All
can't
right.
hug too. We can't hug too tight because she's frail.
Well, we'll
No,
we'll work that
fragile.
out. We'll work that out.
Now,
All
see
right.
that? See how it pulled that screen off?
Yep.
Man, I didn't do nothing. I was just sitting here.
Oh gosh, StreamYard has its own ideas, doesn't it?
Got its own. Yeah, it's
All
got
right,
its own
54
idea.
people in here and 41 on there. Let's go ahead and count it down. So we have 3, 2, 1. Boop. Let's
All right,
see
let's
who
see.
gets to choose.
Let's
Pretty
see.
sure I misspelled it. Oh, Lynn. Well, we've got
Lady
another try. Ann Hunsicker.
Hunsicker and Hunsicker.
Oh, from Facebook. Yay.
Facebook.
Ann. Now you will see down at the bottom my email address. And it's real easy. andalehomestead@gmail.com. But this is the way it says. For all winners, please email your name and your mailing address to andalehomestead@gmail.com. So
And me.
congratulations,
We
Ann.
just need to know which one you want, Ann.
Yes.
Oh,
Ann with an E. I love all Anns with an E's, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure what climbing pinky and ladies rose. Oh, those are the names of your rose bushes. Okay. So Anne will be coming in the chat in just a few minutes
Okay.
saying what she would like with the either the tape or the clippers. You get to pick
Yeah.
one or
I'll
the
tell you.
other and make sure that you email me as well. So
So
we
Miss
can
Ann, give me. No, go ahead.
no, I was just going to say we can move on
Yes,
and
give me another hashtag
oh,
that you'd like to have.
love me too without an E. Oh, I do love you, Ann Philbeck, without an E. I absolutely do. I love you too. And what did Lisa say in the background there? The garden
Whatever.
clippers. Yeah, whatever. The garden
Some
clippers.
garden clippers.
Yay. Okay, Ann, be sure that you email me, please, honey, so I can have your address because it'll be coming straight from Amazon. Okay. Be coming straight from Amazon. The clippers. Yay! Good. And I think she's going to want the teal kind. And Kim
The
says,
teal.
whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just get her the teal.
I'll get her the teal.
All right. So I would say LEAP, LEAP for the hashtag because that's what we do in life. I don't know what the end results will be. I might not tell a single thing at that second festival. I may be absolutely, completely exhausted and not know what my name is by the time the end of the day. But I am taking a leap of faith because this is an opportunity that's been put before me, and I'm using God's herbs and God's medicine. And I speak about God with almost every single person that comes to the booth. And I have Jeremiah 29:11 on all my advertisements. So I'm hoping that this is the right thing to do. And if it's not, hey, I bet I'll meet some really cool people. I bet
So
I'll
Miss
meet
Ann, will your booth be anywhere near your vehicle? In other words, are you parking near your booth?
probably not.
Okay, I wasn't sure how it's set up there because sometimes, you don't have to unload everything. You can just leave it in your vehicle and then just go get it as you need it. And
Yeah, there are some like that. Hey, Butler Family Farm. I'm glad you're here, honey. Um, there are some, I've never done it before. So I could be talking completely out of turn. But oh,
yeah,
you were out with the bees. But as I've seen those music festivals in the past, the parking is not anywhere close because the parking lot is not huge. It's not a great big parking lot.
right.
And so, I think you have to park someplace else.
Yeah, it's
But
just I've seen some of the like the flea markets and the things that they have here in Texas. Sometimes they have the
hey,
vendors
Lori.
row. They
Yeah.
have their own parking behind their booths, and
Yes.
then that way they can, if you had to, you can even leave your vehicle running to keep things cool. You
Right.
know,
And they do that. They do that in some places. And on Veggie Row, where they sell the fresh vegetables at the farm, at the farmer's market, they are allowed to back up their vehicles to
right,
their booths, and then they have everything in their trucks and a couple of tables of their things. They're
right.
allowed to replenish because I'm sure they go through the same thing. You don't want your veggies in the hot sun
No,
to be able to look at things. Hey, Angel, you're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much. Uh-oh, it went away again.
yeah. See, I don't know why it's doing
Thank
that.
you, Angel.
Hmm.
Well, here,
Maybe they got a timer on it now.
we'll take down. I'm going to remove my picture
Remove that. Yeah.
studio. Oh, and Butler Family Farm. Hot day today. Member for 19 months. Thank you, Butler. Okay, leap. Everybody type in hashtag leap real quick because who knows when StreamYard is going to take it down again. Because, I mean, our hands are up here. Nobody's, I'm not the button pusher today. It's not my fault. It's not my fault today. Hashtag leap. How many do we have in there, Jess?
38, and we have out of
38
56.
out of 56. Okay. Well, we're
We're
gonna
at
get
40 now, 40 out of 56.
okay. If we could get 45, that would be
If we
something.
could just get 56, I'd be happy. No.
Hanging out in Angel's garden. I love you too, honey. And she calls everybody fam. She has the cutest kitties. Boo Boo is just adorable, and he is her supervisor. She grows so much food in such a tiny little place, and I'm just crazy about her energy and the things that she shares with us. And she is real. I can tell she is real when she comes on there. She lives in California,
Yeah,
and
she's a
so
California
she has a small
gardener.
growing space, but she grows a lot of food. Well, how many do we I got? 42,
43.
43. See, I need my magnifying glass. I can't see it. Okay. I think we're good. Because it's 11:55. I've been on here almost an hour. That's a lot.
Well, you know what? Let's just wait till they finish putting in, and we'll be looking at what's going to be given away here.
Yeah. Okay. Good. 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 Make sure you put in hashtag leap. That's right. We have to pick
Hashtag
prizes.
leap. Hashtag leap. Copy the person in front of you.
Yeah. Hashtag leap. Well, Des, I have Facebook in here as well. You might not be able to see.
Oh, two Fisker items. What are the odds?
Oh my gosh.
What are the odds? Fisker items.
Ergo garden towel. Trowel.
Trowel, not towel.
Trowel.
There are two different kinds.
Two different kinds of trowels. You know what?
So this one here has the seeds. Go
Let,
ahead.
let's do can we spin the first one again?
Sure.
Just to give them an opportunity to be
Okay, we can do that.
would that be a
And
bad
and
thing?
and the person win. Man, I wish they should have kept that first one on
I
there.
know. But see, the second one you could put your seeds in, and I think that's
Yeah.
really cool. Do you mind spinning that
No,
one?
I don't mind. Well, I'm just going to spin it then. I
Yeah.
was going to shuffle, but I think it's shuffled enough.
No, it's shuffled. We'll just spin it real quick. Just so
Now
that
watch it land on a different trowel.
your trowel broke. These look more sturdy. They do look more sturdy. And if it does,
I told you. It's the same one.
oh my gosh. It's the exact same one. So we'll have to spin it one more time.
Yeah, I hit it. It ain't gonna come up again. Told you, Miss Ann. I may not always be right, but I'm never wrong.
Thank you, Lori. Sweet girl. Oh my goodness. Sea trials are wonderful. Yeah, they are. A member for 19 months. Woo, Des.
They're trying to tell you
Lover.
something, Miss Ann.
It is. I should have listened. I should have just listened.
Sometimes.
Sometimes I wet my plants. Okay. That's cute. That's funny. I could see me carrying around that for a makeup bag, or you could put your little garden tools in there too. Sometimes I wet my plants. And then we have the seed planting trowel. And you
Mhm.
don't have to put seeds in it every time. You can just use the trowel without having to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's funny. All right. 62 people in here. Y'all hit that like button for me, please. I haven't refreshed. I only see 24 likes, but I haven't refreshed. I don't know
I
what.
see 46 entries, sorry, out of 62.
Okay. Hashtag leap. And we're going to count down. I'm going to do it from 5 because we got a different prize. And as soon as your name is drawn, I need for you to tell me whether you want the little makeup tool bag that says sometimes I wet my plants, or the seed planting trowel. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boop. There's Summer just got in there. Just got in. That's awesome. Here we go. What do we have? Thank you, Bob. Thank you.
Another Ann.
Francisco. Yay, Ann. I'm so happy you won, and I know how to find Ann. So
Yeah.
that's really awesome. But she needs to tell me which one she wants.
We just barely made it. See, he did it on his own, Miss Ann. I didn't do that.
Oh my goodness. Okay. They must have a
Miss-
timer on it now.
They must
So, Anne
on your
Francisco,
screen share.
whoop, whoop. You tell us whether you want the planting trowel with the seeds. She's not much of a gardener, but she may know someone that she would like to give it to. Or, and I think sometimes I wet my plants is much more in her wheelhouse. And I think that's just as cute as it can be. So Anne Fran is at work. I love it that she comes in. She just kind of listens with her earbuds a little bit. I love it that she comes in. And hey, Paul Case Farms, how what are you
What
doing?
are you doing? Hello, Paul.
And
Yeah,
I don't
that phrase is all
care.
his.
I don't care. Huggles and snuggles to you, Kim. I really appreciate it. Well, Anne will let me know in a little bit what she likes. So let's just put that on the side. And we don't need her address. I just want to see what she chooses. Thank you again. Oh, the bag. I knew she'd want the bag. That's good. That's
Another bag lady.
a bag lady. Yeah, she is adorable. I love her very much. And
Yeah.
when she helped me at the farmer's market, I took her out to dinner for a Mexican meal, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of
Wow.
fun. So, all right, y'all. Thank you.
And thank you so much and enjoy your rest of your day.
Thank you. And I'm going to close out while you pop on down. You guys, you've been wonderful. You're a community. And honestly, it's like talking to my friends every week. When I see all of you, and Angel, thank you again for your contribution. Not necessary, but beautiful. Kayla, I'm so glad you're here. Butler Family Farm, Jane Doe. And I just want to remember that on Tuesdays, we do get to choose our attitude. You really can choose. No one can make you angry or make you happy. You get to accept whatever they are putting out, whether you're going to take it in your mind and your heart or not. And remember that faith is a place of mystery where we can find courage to believe in what we cannot see and the strength to let go of the fear of uncertainty. And that is all through the Lord. Thank you. Thank you all. Remember, the Lord says, I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They're plans for good and not to harm you. They're plans for hope and a future. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. I love you all. Bye bye now.